Wait. Hold on here. Is this the barbershop? Is this the barbershop?
Yes, the shop.
It's the barbershop.
Yes.
Wait, I mean, we can't talk straight in the barbershop. Then where can we talk straight? We can't talk straight nowhere else. You know, this ain't nothing but healthy conversation. That's all.
You gotta tell who's the park down.
It ain't nobody exempt in the barbershop. You know that. Ain't nobody exempt. You can talk about whoever and whatever, whenever you want to in the barbershop.
Why you gotta tell?
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Yes, sir. What up? What's popping with everybody, man? It's your boy, JT, What We Know Podcast, stepping in for my man, BMU from the Black Man Unfiltered. That's right, baby. Yes, sir. All right, we already got my man, Coach Ferg, already in the building himself. What's going on, man? We just waiting for everybody else to come in, man. Y'all see what it is. It is the Barbershop once again. It's been a minute. We took a little break, but we back in 2026. You know what it is, man. Your boy is here. We're going to have a great conversation tonight. Topic will be good guys finish last. You know what it is, man. This is about to be a great show tonight, man. We started off kicking it off again. Once again with the Barbershop every Friday night. You know what it is, man. Oh, shit, I already got somebody that's already in the back already. Let me know, man, when you're ready to come up. Let me tell you something, man. This 2025 has been, it was interesting. It was a lot interesting, man. We had the P. Diddy stuff that rocked. We had, we done had so many people that done failed, so many big names that have fallen. Even with the P. Diddy, is so much stuff that came with that. He's suspected of being one of the nemesis of the demise of Biggie and Tupac. It was a lot of stuff that was going on, man. The most craziest thing was that President Trump was like, damn this, I'm about to start gangstering all this shit. All that shit y'all was doing and doing those other folks being a president, even including himself. He said, I ain't bullshitting with y'all this time. And this man then broke out with ICE in the United States, man, you got everybody running like a chicken with their head. They thought he was bullshit. They thought he was playing. This man is not playing, brother. This man is not playing, sister. Is a 2026 is going to be interesting, man. It's going to be very, very interesting, man. Hold your hand up, man, once you are ready to come up. Okay, all right, I got you, most definitely. My man, our pain in the building.
What's going on, man?
Hey, man, what's
Happy
happening?
New Year, man. It's good to see
Happy
you.
New Year, man.
You've been hiding out, man.
Oh, man, I've been gone, bro. I've been in, back and forth in that doggone air, man. I ain't never. I felt like I was back in the Army again.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Shoot.
Yes, sir. But it's back to business now. Shoot, I'm at the crib now. It's back to business, man. How you been, man?
Well, I've been hanging in there, man. Just, doing my thing, trying to get some. I do a lot of lives on my channel now, political reactions.
Okay, all right.
I did one the other day, man. It was pretty good, man. I'm starting to get a lot of views on it. A lot more views now. A couple of them in the thousands. But I did one yesterday on Tampon Tim, and the fact that it made some parallels between the fact that all of the blue states, in open rebellion against the federal government, it's equivalent and a lot of parallels to the Confederate states, Democratic states, right before the Civil War. They were in open rebellion against the federal government, just like these guys are now. And so some other stuff in there. It's pretty good.
I got to start. I think I need to, because I like your stuff, but I think I need to start sharing it because it's still not putting you in my, I'm not in your algorithm for some odd reason, so.
If you subscribe to the channel?
Yeah. I'm subscribed. You know how normally when they have in our alerts, normally when you go live,
yes,
it should show up, but it doesn't show up every once in a while, and then yours be so far down. I said, okay, it's something else that I'm probably not doing. I probably need to do.
I'm just, I'm like me, man. I just do it, man, for to keep busy doing something. But I got a lot of stuff on my channel, man. Some of my things are up into the hundreds, man.
Absolutely.
Let the women tell it. I done a lot of that.
Okay, most definitely.
This one is I do a lot of political reactions to just things I find interesting. I do a lot of the White House press briefings as well.
Okay.
And some other stuff. Some stuff is good, man. I'm starting to get people say, "Yeah, man, you're not as much of an idiot as I thought you were."
I don't think nobody.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. But man, listen. What's your take on 2025, man? From all the things we've seen?
Well, it's funny. On this channel, I did the good and the bad and the ugly. Just recently on my Monday show. I think it was a banner year for. I think the United States has energized the whole world in a different fashion with Trump in the head. But there's a lot of shit that I started my live here with almost an hour talking about the shit I don't like that Trump was doing before I got into what was good and a couple other. But like, man, if it wasn't for the blue states and if it wasn't for all the fraud that we're finding, man, we would all be caked in money, man.
Yeah.
Think about it. Over the years of all that fraud, man, it's probably cost us trillions of dollars.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, from what I see that he's doing, it's more than shaking up the tree now.
The Venezuelan thing. Yeah, listen, if I see 8 million Venezuelans happy as a black man, right? When I see black people talking against Trump, taking that guy out, I said, don't we jump on the opportunities to talk about how we were slaves? How the fuck are we going to be mad at people being free of a dictator?
Absolutely, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, we got another person that I didn't even see this, man. My man, Uncle Jeff is in the building, baby. What's going on, man?
Fellas.
Happy New Year's.
Good. Happy New Year, man. I sound good.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, you good. It don't sound like you're in your mic though. It sounds like your mic is on your computer.
Really?
You check, yeah.
Is that better?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is this any better?
No, it still sounds like you're on your computer's mic.
On this old cheesy, funky ass mic. How about now? Does that do anything? Does that help it? Jesus Christ. No. Okay. Wait a minute.
But we can hear you. You know,
you sound all right, man. We can hear you.
Well, some bullshit, sir. This is some bullshit because I done spent all this goddamn money. Okay. I done spent all the money.
Right. The money gone now.
Money gone. Okay. All right. Yeah. I went and bought the best skates in the store and can't fucking skate. That's what happened.
So far we got my man Coach Ferg is in the chat, man. We got who else? Who is this? Liberty Twitcher. All right. Welcome. And my girl El Cheapo is in the building. What's going on, girl? Yeah, man. It's been crazy, man. But what else been going on other than the politics and everything, man? It was just a lot that was shaking out. Now I gotta be honest. Some stuff I just had to tune out. It was just too much information. You know, when you get an information overload, sometimes you got to just be like, all right, let me break away from this.
Well, you know, the easy stuff is sports, man. And getting to NFL football this weekend is probably going to be one of the best weekends for football. NFL. Been watching.
Not for me. God damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
To lie. I mean, there's a lot of different things, you know. I mean,
yeah.
Aren't we kind of tired about talking about? I'm not going to say, I don't know what the title is, but talking about, you know, relationship talk and shit like that. I mean,
good guys finish the ass, yeah.
Right. You know, I guess we have to elevate that to other things. Where I got a show on Monday here on Black Man Unfiltered that the male loneliness epidemic is a propaganda piece of bullshit. You know, and it is too. You know, men have always there's always been a cadre of men who've been on their own, right? Because just like anything else, we got to earn the things we have, and that's also earn our way into the circles that we need to be in. Yeah. Right. So I think men are choosing. I don't want to say MGTOW, but we're seeing a MGTOW, a silent MGTOW of a lot of men. That doesn't mean that they're unhappy. They just think that a lot of women have priced themselves out of the market. And the juice is no longer worth the squeeze.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
You know, so, and it's not really worth talking about. I take that back. It's worth talking about, but not from the standpoint when you see all these women talking about how men are so lonely. That's from a woman's perspective. They say men are lonely because they can't find the men they want. So obviously, there's got to be something wrong with the men.
Yeah, that's where we have to hit it at a different angle, especially at the age we at too, man. That angle of that loneliness shit. I've very
who came up with that shit?
I don't think I've ever heard of
a man say, "Hey, you know, hey man, JT, man, I'm so fucking lonely. I don't know what." Tell me that.
I think this is another example of women out kicking their coverage. And I'm gonna take you somewhere because really we need a show called From an Old Nigga Perspective. Everybody here remembers a time when most of their toys didn't plug up.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody here remembers a time before video games.
Right.
If you are born after 1979, you don't.
Right.
Okay. Now I'm going to take you on a ride. It's going to be worth the trip. It ain't that. It ain't that pussy is not good. It's always been good. It didn't just get good summer before last. It's just it got competition now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Y'all remember Pong when it came out?
Yeah.
Dude. That was video games.
Yeah.
Nigga, have you seen Madden? Have you seen Call of Duty?
Oh, it's unbelievable.
So I can jack off and play Call of Duty and get just about as much excitement as I can fucking with you and your attitude.
At the expense of your stupid attitude. That's exactly right.
Yeah,
And you know what?
absolutely.
And you go ahead, Jeff. You got some more to say, and that's exactly why.
Oh, I think he cut.
Oh yeah, he
No,
just
He bought,
it's a
you
slow
got.
ass.
he
It's
froze
a
up for a
slow
little
ass
bit.
internet up here. And
Okay.
don't worry, this is. I'm still. I told y'all. I need to give you a shot of this room. This room look like the back.
Yeah, you need to get another provider. That's what you
That
need.
look like that shit. The room look like DJ Jazzy Jeff's room. Look like he's
Right.
doing all kind of stuff.
You can't buy better monitors than I got. Just need a better engineer. I'm my own engineer, and I suck.
That's funny. So we're going to talk about that on Monday, man. I have a complete with scenarios on why men are not necessarily lonely. You know, I mean, and you know, and you could just tie a lot of the nuts, a lot of the threads there. For example, right, when women have made relationships so transactional, essentially all you get out of it after you pay all your money, spend all your time, do all this shit, is actually just get a chance to bust a nut.
Yeah.
You don't need it. You know what? And then since it's transactional, you're not getting any warmth or anything else from the woman, right? She's just like paying up. You know, that's you could satisfy that with a prostitute, or you can satisfy that yourself and don't cost you no money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could do all that stuff. So I think a lot of men with AI and dolls and
There
all
you go. There you go. Come on, Arcane. I hate to cut you off, but satisfy yourself now is different than satisfy yourself in 1970.
Oh yeah, I was going to get to that. I was going. Go ahead.
And two, to the reverse of that, Big Mama had 13 kids and no lingerie.
Yeah.
She had that robe with the hole in the back.
Yes.
Or that moo.
Oh, come on, JT. That moo. Y'all got the sexiest lingerie in the world and got to wear it to bed alone.
Yeah.
Right.
You maybe need to take a few cues from Big Mama. Maybe Big Mama don't know social media, but she know how to keep a family together for 40 years. How about that?
Yep.
What's up to my homeboy Kojak 313, man? How you doing, man? My brother from the 313. Hey, you know what it is, man. Most definitely, man. Most definitely.
There's a lot of things to go talk about. I mean, is there any time where there's not something that we can get into, man, and just go ahead and open up and just dive down into the abyss? You know, whether it's movies, whether it's anything else. I mean, I know the title of this one is "Good Guys Finish Last."
Well, this is your show, nigga. How you gonna tell us come up here and come up with some shit to talk about?
No. I mean, he just put a question out there. I mean, even if we look at the title, "Good Guys Finish Last," let's start there.
Well,
take your balls back, right?
Yeah.
And are good guys really finishing last?
No, no. Here's what I think happens.
Okay.
It's not that good guys finish last. It's that good guys don't fuck first.
Right. I hear.
So if you're going to say that good guys finish last, you're going to have to put some more on there.
Yeah.
Good guys finish last, but not least. Good guys finish last, but not least. What happens is a lot of women are really beginning to feel the pinch of, hey, big head is not working.
Damn. Froze up again a little bit.
It'll catch up right about now.
All right, there you go. This is bullshit. This is some bullshit. You know what I'm gonna do?
Where you at in the valley? Jeff must be in the valley. You in the valley?
Go ahead.
So I do have some clips queued up. We probably be able to see if there's something that from those clips that we can actually edify. But yeah, the good guy finished last. I think that right there is a women's talking points now. It's not men talking points anymore. I don't think that we're the ones that's actually even bringing that part up anymore. However, that narrative is still out there. It's still out there. I got one right now. We can go. These clips are very short, but let's look at the first one.
Not want him. I thought he was too nice. I thought I would walk all over him.
I don't know what it is. There is this thought out there. I want me a soldier. I want me a hard dude. And those are the worst guys to get because they're not nice to you. And you get a nice guy and you're worried like, I don't want him. Why wouldn't you want a nice guy? They always say nice guy finish last. That's because women are foolish. What made...
Yeah. So, like I said, that whole narrative, and I've seen that one before. And Judge, that's Judge Lynn. Is that Lynn Toler? Yeah.
With her
Judge
fine ass.
Yeah,
yeah,
she sure is.
And her husband, and like I love hearing their story, her and her husband's story, man, because he just passed away a couple of years ago,
right?
And man,
on the market.
Oh yeah, man, that thing is gnawing on her leg too. Have you seen some of her videos?
Yeah, man.
Any kind of sexy.
And she been, man, that lady, she like right now, she's still, especially as natural as she is, man, that's a beautiful woman. That man, he was like, I got to get this woman. Imagine a woman that's intelligent, that has that type of ambition that she had. And then she still can take that ambition and listen to her man. Because when you hear their stories, she was a firecracker. That woman was a firecracker. She said, it took me some years to get to where I'm at now. And she understood it because she listened to her husband. You know what I'm saying? And it was a time where, she and he, they were going through something where they was about to break up. I don't know about the divorce thing. Sometimes when you with somebody, man, that's the last thing. Even before you even get married, that'd probably be the last thing in men's mind is that damn divorce shit. We'll break up. Hopefully the shit get better or whatever when you have a woman that you actually love. And I think that's what they had because that man, when he died, bro, that lady, you seen the heartbreak. And I tell people a lot, man, I say, still live long enough. You will understand. In a relationship or marriage, you're going to have heartbreak one way or another. That's just what it's going to be.
Well, that's what you sign up for.
That's what you sign up for.
Literally, till death do us part means unless it's in a plane crash or a car crash or something like that, where we both go, one of us is going to assist the other one to death.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
True.
Yeah.
That's big. That's what you sign. That's what you sign up for. I don't think, and real talk, JT, I had another really good point that I was going to make, but I'm stratospherically high and Coach Ferg as the floating head of death right now. He's his head connected. Is anybody else? Is your shirt green? It's kind of fly actually, because your that's red, but around your neck. What's around your neck? Right here.
Oh, that's right.
The background is hugging him.
His background, but his background is black and red, so it works.
Yeah,
it works. You look like a superhero. You look like you can take your head off and throw it at a buffet and take a bite and then pull it back.
That's all I'm giving. That's all I'm giving 2026. This is all they're getting.
That's all they get. That's dope, bro. It does look kind of dope with your background. You where we can see through your that's kind of fly. But at any rate, man, seeing that woman really love that man, it takes two ingredients. One, it takes the right dude and the right woman. It's a lot of dudes out here that give hustlers a bad name because they laying up on these bros.
Yeah.
So yeah. I can't. I always have to approach this conversation from a standpoint that some of these bitter broads is right. Some of these niggas ain't shit.
Yeah.
We gon' and this is not to give a pass to this behavior as much as it is to acknowledge it, to give it credence that it exists. I think.
Yeah.
But just on that point though, Jeff, one of the a lot of the bitter chicks or men who are jaded as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you spend too much time there, you won't recognize the good thing when you see it.
Oh yeah. Oh, bro, go deeper. Go.
Yeah, you just won't recognize. So I try to tell people you got to put your head in the right space to recognize the kind of person you want. And sometimes it might take some sacrifice in yourself. And I think that's what I did before I got married. But I don't want to get into that because in retrospect, it sounds like I was some kind of genius. I was just doing shit natural. I started my journey to get married just because I wanted to hold a woman's hand in public without anybody and didn't care who saw me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm no longer sneaking around. I want somebody I can showcase. I started there, and then I started realizing I was refusing just casual hookups. Not that I had a million of them, but so the time I met my wife and I saw her, and the very first time I talked to her, right, we didn't stop. The very first day I talked to her, I called her the next day, and I can't remember a day after that where we didn't really kind of hook up in one way of talking on the phone and all that. Very first date, I met her parents. The very first day, there was no blowing a horn and shit. I had to ring the doorbell. And that's way back when, man. So, but I was able to recognize her when I saw her. And
well,
I never let go.
I think you,
oh yeah, he cut out.
Yeah, you.
How about now? Am I back?
Yeah, you back.
Well, shit. Okay, let me speak fast. Most dudes recognize the chime in their balls before they do their soul.
Mm-hmm.
Does everybody know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. JT, Mrs. Bird, Mrs. Payne, and Mrs. Brown have one thing in common. Soon as we met them, we knew something was different. We didn't know what. This here different.
Yeah.
That right there, you can't get to that feeling if your balls is in the way.
That's true. That's true.
You can't. You can't.
Yeah.
And nobody's
There's
there
no
to
delineation.
Right. They thank you. Come on, JT. And this is what I'm talking about. We supposed to, as a village, we supposed to scoop the youngsters. These young boys, once they get to 10, they over here.
Mm-hmm.
And we decide what to tell them about puberty, when, telling them how to work, installing, now whether they use it or not. Okay, God didn't make them perfect, so we ain't gonna either.
Yeah.
But being able to, all four of us might be wrong singing.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do the countdown again.
Right. In about now.
Am I back? Yeah. God damn it. Okay. I'm gonna say what I was. God damn it. I said, do you know how hard it is? Okay, maybe we're singularly wrong. Do you know how hard it is for us four to agree on some shit and be wrong?
Right.
If the four of us, how old are you, JT?
I'm 53.
53. I'm 61. How old are you, RP?
67. 67. And Ferg, what you in your 40s, right?
Man,
No, you
I know.
55, right?
I know, man. I'm
Ferg is
57, man.
39.
57.
57, man.
We got over 200 years of experience here. So when you walk in here with your book,
Motherfucker come right back around and it's putting him right back in there now.
we've seen every flavor and every shade of bullshit. That's why it's hard when you come your young ass in.
Just lost the translation. So what's up, Ferg, man? Happy New Year, man. What you got going on?
Salute to y'all, man. Salute to y'all, man.
Hey,
Same thing,
man.
you know.
Salute, bro.
I think. What's up, Lost Brother? Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year. What's up, Loss?
Happy New Year to me.
Loss, what's up?
Let me just jump in with the topic because, you know, just in Good Guys Fitness Labs, I always thought, you know, I say this because everybody can have their own look at it. Good guys just wait their turn, man. They just wait their turn, man. They ain't so quick to really rush. You know, we all try, hey, you know, to hit on a girl at some point. When we realize we like girls, ain't none of us got no perfect script. We just use what we learned or heard or somebody gave us. Like, you just pick it up on your own. And I've seen, you know, just better results when it comes to just life itself outside of women. That, you know, the good guy, he understands that it's not always going to be a win. And then as he gets older, he knows what type of woman to stay away from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's not so quick to run up on the light skin with the fake good hair. You know what I'm saying? He understands himself. He values himself a little more. You know.
And so, Ferg, do you think, and this is for the panel also, but let me start out with you. Do you think that women can recognize the good guy in these times that we are in now? Do you think that they recognize who the good guy is?
I mean, I think if they got good male counsel, good, you know, father, uncle, big brother, some kind of count, and they can at least recognize it. Now, will they actually gravitate towards that person? I don't know, because it seems like most women have they'll have a little toxic energy in them, and they like those little toxic moments with some guys, especially early. And you see it more now because they don't want the hardworking guy that's 9 to 5, and they saying it on the microphone. Give me a scammer. Give me somebody to take risks. And then when they're 35, they like, where the good guys at? Now they mad and pointing fingers.
You know, it'd be nice to hear that though, Ferg. You know, I've seen those little street interviews. You know, I mean, the thing that's wrong with those street interviews are the kind of women that are asking that question.
Thank you.
You know, it'd be nice to see them ask that question from, you know, women who are a little bit more seasoned in terms of, you know, have their shit together, as opposed to just like going to the beach with flip-flops on, you know?
Yeah.
You know, but it's still the same. If they were saying the same dumb shit that some of these chicks that they're putting that mic in front of, that would really be a sad commentary. But I think that the more sophisticated woman, a lot of them still don't know how to pick a guy. That's true.
Yeah, I think that they need, I really think that the element that used to be is to have that male person, father, uncle, you know, someone that you respect, to be able to help you, you know, to pick that person out. And because we haven't had that in so long, yeah, that right there, I think we can't get around it. I don't think you can actually get around that shit, man. It's proven that you can't get around it, you know, in these times that we see now.
What we need to do, fellas, again, as a village, we need to have something called Yon. Okay. We're going to get together, and once the youngsters that come up, thank you, John. Once the youngins that come up, either we're all heads of 5 different tribes, or we are members of the same tribe. Either way, we start splitting them up from what we know, because we took the boys. The sisters we respect took the girls. And it's not that we are going to arrange marriages. It's just we're going to put all the good apples in one space that we have taught what we have taught. Now, if you decide to go out of what we taught and what we said over here, nigga, yon. Because we done told you JT's grandson got a head, got a brain in his head. We done told you that R. Payne's grandson's cousin is a goddamn fool. If you decide to splice jeans with this damn fool, you're on yon. And what yon mean is you're not going to get the assistance of this tribe. Because we told you. That means the kids we put together do get the assistance. What do y'all think?
Lost us on you, brother.
You know, Jeff is on to something, man. As far as the topic is concerned, when they're saying that good guys finish last, that's only when it compares to people who don't know any better. You know what I'm saying? When you got your measuring stick is women who you would never use to build a foundation for a family with, then that would be an issue. You know what I'm saying? So that's the main reason why a lot of guys, man, don't realize that. You know, when you're dealing with women that have no common sense and you're building a foundation with that, I'm going to let them guys know you're wasting your time. You know, you're wasting your time. So if you find a woman who is worth building with, then that's where you invest your time with. Now, as far as these other women, that shouldn't even be on your radar. You know, if you're about your business and you're on your square, you shouldn't even want to build a foundation with somebody like that. You don't want to, like Jeff said, you don't want to splice jeans with nobody like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And as far as those women who don't listen to men, those women should go the way, man. Like Jeff said, you're on your own. You know what I mean? If you don't respect male leadership, if you don't respect those who come before you, those who have done this thing, the right way, then you don't get a chance to participate. You don't get the assistance, as Jeff would say. And as leaders of the tribe, we should be the main ones saying, you know what? These are the ones that we're going to work on. And the other ones, you're going to be on your own. You have to suffer the consequences. And I think this society is one of those situations where they don't let people suffer the consequences. They're always helping people pick up the pieces. And I think that's where we do our community this service, when we allow the foolishness to come to the top as the cream rises to the top and then coddle that. That should not be a representation of the best of us. We should not advertise that as the best of us. We should also lift those who are the best of us and say, hey, look, these are the kids that are going to represent us, and these are the ones we're going to take care of. So when they say nice guys finish last, only when it comes to those who don't know any better.
Coach.
No, I think I went. I think it was our pain. Didn't I go? I don't know.
No, listen. Okay, she said she needs to tell us something.
She got to tell us, Emily. She got to tell us, Emily.
I want to tell you.
Like Mission. Hey, like
Mrs. Michonne.
Yeah, that's Michonne. I'm gonna tell you.
You'll tell me. I'm gonna tell you.
I will say this just from like a point of view, and I talk to you, I done said this to you, and I pay, man, the voices sometimes, man, need to go to the younger guys, right? Because, and I'm talking middle school now, man, their focus is not hyposexual, so that's what I'm.
She's clouded like a motherfucker. That's so funny.
Oh my God! Somebody probably ate it too.
Go ahead, Coach.
No. I mean, just from a perspective of trying to, make sure young men are getting, I guess, moving a little different and not being so hypersexual as it's been over the last 25 years of R. Kelly and P. Diddy. And just giving them the true understanding of, learning about themselves, believing in themselves, trusting themselves, you know what I'm saying, and loving themselves, then they seem to have a little bit different way of even trying to just, I guess, always putting the woman first. A lot of them, I see the transition like, nah, I need to focus on myself. I want to get better. Maybe down the road. And I think that reinforcement over time would really benefit brothers. And I'll say this and I'll shut up. I would say to young brothers, man, treat your semen like $1 million. Make them start paying you for your son, for your daughter. Because we giving them to them too free, and then they running wild with it. Then we trying to play catch up 20 years later. Hey, eventually, they want a child. I mean, I'm not saying have a child, but at least put it in a way where you can have more control of how your child moves in life going forward. Because once they grow up, then you hope to have some good, solid foundation.
I got to push back on just a little bit of that, Brother Bird. I don't think, and are there any language restrictions here tonight?
No.
Just the typical ones,
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be able to order up a baby like a fucking puppy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's unfair to the baby.
Yeah, I agree.
In all fairness with my seed, it is not for sale because my line is important. No, because I want to have a grandson with somebody from Lost Tribe. Because I want my daughter to marry somebody from our Payne's tribe. Because I know what they teach over there. If you just want to go out and sport fuck, that's why Emperor Jeff has made prostitution legal. These girls right here, they not hoes, they just got friendly pussy. And they trying to figure out how to make some money with it. A lot of them done had all the womanhood, just scraped out that son bitch. Got it down to race weight to get it out here on this track. This where y'all need to be with that. Once you serious, because you serious about your line, because we want to make smart babies, and the babies from Coach Ferg's clan tend to have a high IQ, as do the ones from JT's clan. We finna make time travel in this bitch. We're going to lean toward the favor of that tribe for that. We need some strong ones. Man, I'm telling you, them athletes is coming out of Lost Tribe and out of our Payne's tribe. We're not saying you can't do this, but do you know what we're going to grease the tracks for? These two tribes get into the club half price tonight.
Yeah.
Rest of y'all paying. They'll figure out what we're doing. We don't give a damn. We hope you figure it out and figure out how much sense it makes, and you help us out with that.
Yeah. Payne, you got anything, brother?
You know, I mean, there's a lot of things on that whole topic. I mean, what Jeff just said, this nefarious, but he's not being nefarious, but the thought of eugenics comes to mind, right? Best genes. And it's funny that I don't think Black people talk that way enough.
Thank you.
We don't talk that way enough. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some truth to saying the best people should be mating with the other people. And the other part of that, and sometimes I get a lot of flack for it, in our community, we got to take a hit. Our women are having sex and having babies just like a parallel or corollary to the hogs in the field. They don't care who's mounting them.
Damn.
A woman giving a man a baby is supposed to be, well, first of all, a woman giving a man a baby is the greatest gift a woman could give a man. And they're just giving it away to guys they can't stand, for one night stands and all that kind of stuff. And it's not everybody, but it's enough to make a difference. Right? So I like to say that too, because when we say not all, the truth of the matter is it doesn't have to be everybody. It's just enough that makes a difference.
You know, in our pain, it's like Jeff said, man, we gotta be the gatekeepers, man. Like for real, of our tribe. Whatever they do on their side, that's on them, man. But eventually the cream shall rise to the top, especially those who are trained the way they should be trained, versus letting people do whatever it is willy-nilly, because we already see what the results of that is.
And we got the receipts,
And we also see what the results of excellence looks like too. Like in the early 90s when we were watching, a lot of us going to college and stuff like that, man, those people now are captains of industry now. Those are the ones who are actually in charge. So the cream shall rise to the top. And after a while, people are going to be like, you know what, this ain't really working. Let's try something different, and our people will be the ones that's in charge for now. I mean, the ones that they have to shine now, that's when the cameras turn on. But when the cameras turn off, when as they say, when the light bill is due, you know what I mean? When the rent is due, when the landlord ups the rent, you know what I mean? That's when real life kicks in. And for those who don't follow the rules, life gets a little bit more difficult. And especially in this climate that we have now, this political climate now, where, you have to have some type of agility, doing whatever you want to do just ain't that luxury no more.
Yeah. So I got another video. I want to see what we can do with our edifying from this video right here. Now, the greatest thing about it, I didn't watch the whole clips because I wanted to have the same reaction that you guys have too.
Cool.
So I'm gonna play this next one right here, and then we'll go ahead and have the conversation after that. Here we go.
Hey, when they say good guys finish last, I'm starting to believe this shit now. Now, I'm in line at the grocery store, and I'm behind this lady, and she was like $30, $35 over the limit of what she wanted to spend. She was like, she was gonna put some stuff back, and I'm like, nah, you ain't gotta go through all that. Like, I just gave her the money, told her don't worry about it. I gave her $40. Now, as I'm getting ready to pay for my own stuff, I see this lady and her boyfriend coming back in the store. I'm like, you know, what the hell is this? So he walks up, hey, bro, nah, we don't need you paying for our shit, bro. We good. Fuck. I told him, nah, bro, it ain't nothing like that. You know, I wasn't trying to holler at her nothing. I was just, you know, just being nice to somebody. I would did the same thing for you. He proceeded to be all tough, you know. And this motherfucker gonna cuss me out and be like, hey, bitch, I'm telling you pay for shit else of mine, shit, he gonna be a goddamn problem. Anybody that know me, know I don't play by that B word. So now we in the store tussling. You know what I'm saying? We going at it. So now the police done showed up. They done got me off of it. They over there, they questioning me, asking me what happened. I'm telling my side of the story or whatever. They look at my record, find out, you know, I ain't got nothing going on, a clean record. They just give me a disturbing the peace ticket. Well, he went to jail. Come to find out, he already had warrants. Now, instead of him just taking his ass home, eating the damn groceries, he in jail. All for want to be goddamn tough. That wasn't even the killing part, though. The crazy part is his goddamn girlfriend came over there and gonna ask me. She was like, I'm so sorry, you know, all that happened, whatever, but I ain't got no money to get him out of jail. Like, he's sorry, he ain't mean no harm. You think you can help me bun him out? Man, I started to call the police back over there and tell them,
Like, out of here, man.
Okay.
If that's true, that girl had the nerves. That shit is funny as hell.
What you have just
Go ahead, bro.
what you have just witnessed is the power of digmatism. This girl has been digmatized into believing that this dude is her responsibility.
Mm-hmm. That's so funny.
Yeah. This nigga right here, okay, that was just a big attack of ego. That was a big attack of ego, especially if children are involved. If it's kids, if you shopping for kids, then I gotta give you, bruh, them kids gotta eat, and you not cutting.
Well, the fact she had to, you know, it's funny though, Jeff. I mean, she had to go back and tell the guy that this dude gave her a little bit of money to buy the rest of this stuff, and I think she wanted to see the reaction. She knew what kind of guy she got,
and she knew what kind of damn math she was doing.
That's right.
Nigga, you know how good my math is when my money is low? I'm a genius.
Yeah, man, that's some funny shit. What you got to say, Fer? You got something to say on that?
I mean, he brought it on himself. He brought it on himself, man. First of all, I mean, listen, I understand being a good guy, man, but I started being a good guy years ago when it came to just offering my resources to somebody, whether they had. Now, again, I look at people as, you're my age and older, I'll grant you that. A lot of these young folk, I ain't helping you out because you done already spent your money on what you want. Now you looking to beg for the rest. And I ain't never been that type. Just no. Because now, look at it. She went because, again, she also has a father. So if she didn't learn how to vet a man, look what she chose. Then this guy, he's jeopardizing my life because of the good thing I did.
Hey, you know what? On that point, though, Coach, what's the after we're talking about generations removed? What's the probability that her father was in her life for most people who do dumb shit? What's the probability after generations? You know what I'm saying? That's one of our issues, because the next question based on this clip I was going to ask, if we had to take a percentage in the Black community only, where are we at on a percentage scale? Because we're kind of at least bifurcated, right? We got some people who have good sense and they kind of move away and they kind of do their thing, and you can have a conversation, they're educated, or whether it's formally or not, they have something that they take care of themselves. And then we got another class that does stupid shit like this. Where are we at in the percentages? Do you know what I'm saying? What I'm asking?
I would say 60 good, 40 bad.
Damn, is that close?
I mean, because you got over the last 25 years, you look at the numbers, 60 to 7% of Black children have been born of single parent households. So it puts them at a greater risk to sort of fall into these categories of just being degenerates. Most married, and again, I look at age too, because most two-parent homes that I knew growing up, you might have had one slip out and be, but for the most part, the kids wanted to do something.
So they wanted to be generations. You're saying, like I said,
I do. I always look at it because I look at that. Like I mentioned my favorite generation. Not saying that it's the individuals, but that time sort of shifted the whole motivation of brothers and sisters. It's been sort of wild because they're adults now. The people struggling the most are 40s, 48. I mean, they're like 45 and under. Most of them struggle with relationships, managing money.
Sure.
They argumentative. They not trying to be as productive in working. Most of y'all at an age where y'all looking to retire because y'all put in the work. A lot of these dudes just trying to figure out what they want to do. And to me, that plays a role in how everybody's trying to, we talking building community. They like, the hell with it. It ain't going to happen. So you 45 talking about it ain't going to never happen. It's going to affect everything in your life. To me, what I've seen being out, because I don't know, man. I could be off, but I don't know.
So, Liv, what do you think about that? I mean, if you think it's what do you think about that in general? What are we dealing with? I mean, what's the
dude should have asked for his $40 back? That's what he should have did. I wrote a song about it.
When the moon was high, the pork light crack. I want my $40 back. I'll see my
That's right, man. Get your $40 back, man. I'll tell Jeff, Beans ain't the only one making music over here. You know what I'm saying? He should have got his $40 back and let them argue on the way out the door. You got time for that. Take your $40 and spend it on something you earn. Yeah, these folks money. You figure it out. That's how I look at it, JT. Get your money back.
I like that.
That's funny.
Okay, who did that, man? Did you?
Played
That's what Beans ain't over here. That what you should have did.
That's so funny.
Hey.
Okay, y'all just gonna let that hang in the fucking air? Who produced it? Who sung it?
That's lost.
And so go ahead, tell us, Flip, man. Give us the secret. You just put that lyric together. They threw that out there. Huh?
No, I've been wrote that song, man. I wrote that song last week.
Man.
Tuesday, I want my
the 40 in the front, right? The 20 in the back.
That is so damn greasy, bro. Oh, I love that.
You know what? The killer part about this, Jeff, is copyright free, so we can play it amongst ourselves.
Come on, man.
Don't worry about cutting it and clipping it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it sound like?
What's that?
It sound like it sounded like it was recorded while Al Green went to lunch. Like the engineer called his cousin and said, "Nigga, you got 45 minutes. Get your ass in." Like it's in that time period, man. That's the biggest compliment I can pay it. I dig it, man.
Yeah,
I do.
So you better hurry up and get down here right now.
I'm telling you. Jeff, I need to play you the whole song, man, because you'll like that. You'll enjoy that, man. You'll enjoy that. It is hilarious. Dude said he wants his $40 back.
That's the dude that was cleaning the studio.
Yeah, man.
He went in there. He figured out how to hit the button. He went in that studio and was like, "Ain't nobody here."
He said they left this shit on.
I'm telling you. He said he wanted $40 back, man.
Yeah, so damn, it turns into a fight though. But the thing was that I understand him coming back and saying, "Here, I probably would have just, gave the dude back his." But the dude bought groceries, right? She said she didn't have no money.
Well, she didn't know.
That would have been a problem. That would have been a problem with me and her, not with the dude. That's
but the
crazy.
Dude was lame, JT. He's in the car. He's in the car, knowing she's short.
That gotta
be. She's short.
I'm thinking that's a damn joke, man. That can't be. I mean, the way that times are now, dog. These motherfuckers got the audacity, bro. Okay. So it everything that used to be a stand up, sometimes it's true.
Okay, she knows he knows she's short. Why is he in the car? Spoken like a true man that was raised around goddamn grown ass men. He was not.
Yeah, he was. He missed the memo. He didn't get the memo.
He didn't say, "Okay, I don't give a shit who made the money. Put it in the middle. We got to shop for these kids. What's the cheapest shit we can get? Let's get 3 pounds of beans, 3 pounds of rice, and if you eat it, the chicken leg quarters." That is and backs and feet is the cheapest shit you can get in the store.
And some better than bouillon.
Get some rice, some beans,
and some onions, and take your ass to the house. I bet she wouldn't have been short if he came to her like that. Because what I just said ain't $40 and can feed a bunch of kids.
Mm-hmm.
So she went out with no plan and found herself in some shit, and the dude pulled her out. None of this, most of this points at the dude. I gotta say that.
You know what, Jeff? That would have never happened back in the day, man.
No.
A real wife would already know how much that stuff costs.
That's right.
Probably would have had some coupons or something. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh. But what did the real? But now, why does the real wife know that? Because of Big Mama.
Yes, she was trained.
She watched Big Mama do this.
But Jeff, we took math serious. We knew how to multiply, divide, subtract, and divide all in one damn line. See, because like they would have already divided it up already in their mind and multiplied it like, okay. And had it known, they'd have been like, I can't get this. They would have got what's important. See, people today get what they want.
Ferg, if I was in a bad mood, I used to have asthma. I'm going to take y'all on the ride. I used to have asthma. My grandmother basically raised us. Okay. Me and my 2 cousins, mostly in the same age bracket. These 2 niggas was bad at math, and she used to make us do the math on the groceries. Nigga, if you was off by 15 cents, she'd tear your ass out the frame when we got to the house. I was always to the penny. I was good with it. These 2 niggas was not. And whenever one of them would piss me off and grandma was going to the store, man, I'm telling you, I have an asthma attack. I can't go because I knew somebody was going to get their ass towed up 20 minutes after we got home.
Are you punking out on grandma?
Oh, man. Because I just wanted to see somebody get their ass. Oh, really? Okay. Let me get an asthma. I'm gonna have an asthma attack, right? About 45 minutes. before she get ready to go to the store.
You know, a lot of people like to think her problem started at the cash register. It did not.
No, it didn't.
Right?
Her problem started with where she didn't know what shame was. You see what I'm saying? Because back in the day, if you got up there and you didn't have enough money, there was a certain level of shame. You be like, oh, I ain't got enough. You know, but now these women don't know what shame is, man. Did you hear what I said? You know what I mean? That's the reason why she had her dude in the car, you know, and she needed, you know, whatever it is she needed, but she should have had, you know,
that might have been a play.
Exactly. Her problem started way before her $40 was missing, or whatever it is she didn't need when she went to the cash register line. Her problem started back out there with that car with dude. You know, that's the issue, and we need to address that. That's the problem.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. We got one more that follows this.
What you got, JT?
Let me go ahead and just put it out there so we can just react to it.
Throw it out there.
Here, harshest realities about women that men learn too late. Nice guys usually do finish last. There's two main reasons that this statement is valid. The first reason is that she's not done playing the field. A major reason why nice guys finish last is because when a woman is...
I must say, she got some beautiful lips. Lord, she got some beautiful lips.
done with her proverbial bad boy phase and the desire to be a wife and a mother start weighing heavy on her, she'll want to come back and settle down with a good man to start her life with. A nice guy is usually the last man she settles down with. The second reason is the nice guy stereotype. If you're a man who's described as sweet, sensitive, soft, or shy, the vast majority of girls won't be attracted to you. For men, being labeled with these characteristics are not desirable traits in the eyes of the majority of women. Societal norms and expectations portraying these traits as weaker or less attractive in men doesn't help any either. Because nice guys have the stigma of being boring and predictable, they are a major turnoff for the majority of women because they want to be with someone who demands respect, doesn't tolerate anything less than what he deserves, and leads without intimidation.
Okay. Please let me know when it's my turn.
Go ahead, Jeff. We're not gonna make you wait, baby.
Okay. Did I hear this right? Or was she coming from an attitude as if to give good advice to niggas that's not getting hit by the majority of women? Here's where you're off, ladies. Black men have no fucking business with the majority of you. We have no business. You have just pointed out the demographic that we are to avoid like the plague if we are serious about our line. I'm sorry. What the problem is with dating right now, unless, of course, Isaiah 4 is wrong, is that black men, more than they want to find the good ones, they want to break the bad ones. They're not necessarily interested. Even over into this conversation. Because you can't tell me that you can't find good sisters online. If that's the case, no Erica, no Danica Marie.
See the internet full of it, man.
Yeah, man.
Every time Jeff get the cooking and the grease get hot. You know what I'm saying?
Here come God.
Okay,
bring him back. Boom.
Come on,
you gotta
Jeff.
get your T-Mobile internet together.
Chicken bake. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you still that's a log freeze right here, man.
I'm telling you,
man.
This goddamn Wish Wi-Fi.
Come on, Jeff. You clear, man.
Okay, am I clear?
Yeah, you
clear.
What's the last thing I said? What's the last thing I said?
You were speaking about this space. This space.
Yeah.
You were speaking about. You was talking about the message that was coming from this space here.
Was she for real? Get the
good women online that they can find.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good women online. Thank you. Good women online you can find. Danica Marie, Erica Lachey. Most brothers don't want to, they want to break the bad girls. They don't want to find the good ones. Because that's right where you can go. Even this conversation has had some of that. We focus too much on the sisters we don't want, as if there's not going to be a fucking seal. I'm sorry. When women act out this way, they're raising their hand going, look, me, it's not going to work out with me. Okay, well, if you have a channel and women follow you, it ain't going to work out with none of them either. So why don't we do what the 3-letter agencies do?
Mm-hmm.
The pregnant pause.
Yeah.
Oh, every time. Come on, man.
That's cool.
You're right.
What you miss? What you miss?
I think you got your point
The
out.
3-letter men.
The 3-letter agency's profile. The 3-letter agency's profile. Black young men use the internet to profile. Look at what the women say behind these hyenas. Cancel those hyenas and all their friends. Tell me that doesn't make sense. Let's talk about that.
Man, you've been saying that for a while. I think it's a good philosophy to get started. I mean, you know, so I hear you. I mean, I've heard you say that before. I mean, you just got, if you're doing a search, you know, and you see where these people are saying the right things, you know, maybe those are some people you could research to reach out to, you know. So, and if they're saying the wrong thing, those are the ones you avoid. I can dig that. But real quick for me, the lady said more about what's wrong with the women she's talking about than good men finishing last. Because a couple of things she was wrong about, she just outlined a whole bunch of women that most guys, if they're not are serious, should avoid in the first place. And she presupposed that when these women are ready, that these guys would actually want them.
The assumption. You're right, R-Pain.
You know, so when you're 30 years old and you're a slut, or you've been a slut, you know, one of the ways a man could tell when a woman is fucking too much is after you get some ass, she just gets up. No cuddling, no nothing.
No warm rag.
No warm rag. No.
Yeah.
Right? No. She just going to go wash the Judy off and, you know, no sandwich, no nothing. She's just like, oh, we're done. She said, God damn, was I with a man? Are you a transvestite? Who are you? You know? So, I mean, that's one way you
tripping, man. This makes sense, my man.
You know, because usually a woman who has, you know, with all the hormones and shit being released, a woman who's not that experienced is going to want to cling a little bit.
Yeah.
If she's not crying. You're so good. Oh, God.
Yeah, so in the video when she was saying that they would go and they would slut themselves out or get with all of the dudes that's not the good guys, and then they will wait later in life to try to get this good guy. I don't think that shit is working too good, though.
It ain't working.
That shit is, it's another fail, right? Because men are men. And, you know, some things that we do in life as, you know, we grow, we don't have people that's actually telling us the exact way on how to find a woman. So we got to figure that shit out, you know, as we go. And I think with, let me say it like this. I think a certain caliber of men end up figuring it out, right? Because he don't lay himself out there too long, right? And when he does find that woman, it has nothing to do with none of the shit that the average dudes look for. Big ass, real cute face, you know, all that, like that stuff that's submissive, and they don't look at that. They actually find out who she is. And one of the things we always talked about was how they end up finding each other, right? And that shit is this fucking internet shit, finding somebody that's way far than where you are. That shit ain't working for them either. Normally it'll be in school, work, it'll be in the neighborhood, it'll be through someone else that you guys have a common friendship with, or it could be a family member or something like that. That's how it's always been. And one of the things I've realized was that once I get to know a young lady, I end up just being right there with her, calling her all the time. She's calling me all the time. We end up going on several dates with each other. We end up actually building a friendship with each other. And I'm like, damn, they don't have that no more. They don't have these type of things where my biggest problem was I end up connecting with too many damn women. I'd be like, God damn it, I like her too. You know, it used to be like that. And you be like, damn. And that's what used to get us caught up was because it's like I like you, but I like her too.
I ruined my life.
Right. That's basically what happens when we don't say, listen, there's a time in my life where I had to be like honest. And I had to literally be like, damn, I got to let her go because this woman stands out a lot better than what she do. I like her and I like this about her, but damn.
You're discussing.
I got to make a hard decision, right? And I don't want to, and then I do still look out for them. I look out for them because I'm like, I'm not about to waste this woman's time no more.
JT,
it's fucked up.
You're talking about our problems. These are not the problems of the new.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Grease.
Come on, Grease.
Pay up, man. You need.
So I gotta move the modem. The modem.
Yeah. Put it by a window. Uncle Jeff, you gotta put it by a window, brother.
Put what by a window?
Put it by a window. It picks up better. Put your little modem by a window, man. No, just put it by a window, man. It'll be all right.
No, I'm gonna have to just move it in this room, so then I can just plug in with the plug and don't need
hardwire.
Yeah. The hardwire is a lot better. Yeah.
Okay.
Good points. You know, you guys are making good points, JT. Real quick, there's another reason. There's another way you could tell a woman who cares. When a woman cares about what you do after you get your post-nut clarity, that is also that's a good sign. Like she said, okay, I finally gave it to him. So now am I going to see this guy again? And how is he going to treat me now that he got the box? And every woman has to go through that, right? I mean, especially if she's looking for somebody. So it's a moment of truth for a woman because she knows that once she gives you the ass, she's going to find out whether you was just getting some ass or you actually want something more from her. And every woman goes through that. So if she cares about it, and she might not say verbally, but if she cares on what you feel about her after she gives you some ass, at least it's the beginning of maybe this is somebody who really cares about who she gives her box to. If a woman doesn't give a shit and she's wiping a pussy on the way out the door and shit after it's over, she don't care what you think.
Experiences
she might leave a 20 on the dresser.
Especially if she slide out the bed.
I mean, are we talking from a age perspective in a sense? Because y'all
are uncivilized.
Y'all touched on it, man. Just in reference to a woman with no experience, she may not know what to do, right? And they may want to cling a little. We all been through that.
Well, then that's a good sign, though, isn't it?
But the messaging, though. But it's a messaging, right? Because men, we sort of understand a lot of us understand where we are in the good looks line. We understand that. And what I've seen over the last few years is that the messaging for men, because even in the numbers of men sort of being violent towards each other, those numbers are going down nationwide because men are getting the message to not always placate to the woman's feelings and the woman's wants. And you're seeing it now, even though it sounds like a bad message because men are finding their voice. So to that feminist mindset, put the woman first, they gonna suffer. And it may be 5 to 10 more years down the road because men are starting out early, being more focused on themselves and not chasing the box. Like I said, at some point the box gonna be chasing the man. And those men that stay the course will have a better result than 20, 25 years ago. Just the way I see it in working with young people. They ain't talking about it like, we used to have but now it's like, I got to be better. So that's a good thing to me.
You know what? I'm going to piggyback on what you said, Coach Berg. When you said guys are knowing not to rough up women, I just think that was a lie from the pit of hell. I don't think guys are going around beating up women. I think that's just a talking point that people like to throw out there because the numbers don't support it. If we're going to be a Tesseract thinkers, as Jeff would say, we got to know how to separate the the shinola from the you know what. You see what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, we have a whole lot of guys in jail, and that just ain't the case. I think that's just what happens when people don't get what they want to get. They'll start going out there putting out propaganda just to make people look bad. You know, I can't remember the last time I saw a guy rough a chick up. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. And that's ridiculous that people put that stuff out there. Because if you look at the numbers, it's more violence between women and women than it is women and men. And you don't even have violence between men and men like that. You see what I'm saying? So
yes,
I think that type of thing it needs to be addressed, and people shouldn't be out there listening to stupid stuff like that.
I think women have an unhealthy relationship with violence that's been cultivated by the media, in movies where a woman that's 5'2" and 115 throw a 6'2" man over a goddamn bar.
Yeah.
That's gonna get your ass beat out here. Number two, never get between a man and his lady, especially in public, because that wasn't the first time. Okay, when he say he don't want no bop bip bop mayonnaise on his bip bop bip sandwich, that's exactly what the bop bip bop fuck he mean. Mm-hmm. This is two people communicating. I've had this conversation with my daughter. I'm not getting in there until you ready to go, unless he do it in front of me. Now that's different. He pissing on my shoes. That's different.
Yeah.
But if you ain't ready to go, I'm not ready to come get you.
Yeah. That's true. Absolutely.
That's why I said we got to be careful, man, when people start telling stories. You know, I'm like, hey, where'd you get that from? Start challenging people on their BS, man. Even on platforms like this, you know, like, where you get that from? Show me. Show your work. When we was in school, we do math. The teacher was like, show your work, you know?
I had a conversation like that with my daughter, years back, because she was listening to a little bit of that propaganda, how, that she should be like men are dangerous. I said, so wait a minute, we got to put that in perspective. I said, most men ain't hurting women like that. So you can't have that kind of scarcity mindset about guys. And I said, well, listen, if you've never come to me, and said somebody roughed you up, so how many guys were mean to you? And you've seen me with your mother for your whole life. When's the last time you see me like do something towards her in anger? Believe it or not, I'm still a man, right? So I don't treat your mother like that. So you gotta understand that a lot of people say a lot of propaganda bullshit about men. The vast majority of men, listen to a woman when she says no.
Yeah.
The vast majority, so we had that conversation a while ago. So, I mean, she's cool a little bit, but, it's kind of funny. It does come up because I got daughters.
You know what? I'm going to take a moment, Arpain, to address this comment here.
Yeah.
Because I think we really need to start addressing stuff like this. And that's from Anissa. She says, I don't think that it's what I said, but if you're still in the space 3 years and still talking about you can't find a good woman, I think it's time you look in the mirror. You know what? Here's my thing today. I think we probably need to start to look into the abyss and wonder why there aren't as many good women as there should be. Instead of pointing the finger at the brothers and saying, how come you can't find a good woman? Well, how come good women aren't plentiful? Even the Bible knows that, it says that a man that finds a wife finds a good thing, because the majority ain't about men. I mean, coming from heaven, I'm gonna tell you like it's supposed to be, because God be nice about it. I ain't gonna be nice about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you straight up, it ain't a whole lot of good ones out there. And that's the point. You see what I'm saying? That's the reason why you have to have quality, because the majority is junk. You see what I'm saying? So when you do get somebody, you might want to take care of them. That's like this the real message at hand. So if we want to, you want to shame somebody, I think we really need to start to, like I said earlier, look into the abyss and want to know why the majority of you aren't good.
Yeah, it's funny though. Women are masters of projection. When they always say there's no good men out there, it's exactly the reverse.
Because ain't no man up here talking about they can't find no good women.
You gotta having a good woman, man, especially if you're intentional for marriage, it's like paramount.
Yeah.
It definitely is, because most men who are intentional on marriage kind of understand I'm going to use the word sacrifice. Maybe obligation might be a better word. I don't know. Vow. You got to have a woman who's willing to meet you with the the same vim and vigor you're going to put into the relationship, because you know once you marry her, it's all on you.
Yeah.
Keeping that family together, keeping them in the right path, having a ladder up against the right wall, and the things like, the woman, makes your house into a home, but it's on you to keep it all together. You know what I'm saying? And what you're willing to do to make sure she's safe and all the other 4 P's is something that we don't ask women to do for us.
Okay.
We ask for respect. We ask for exclusivity and those kind of things, but we take care of that. Well, I'm gonna finish here, Jeff. We take care of our women when we're alive, and we have plans for them to be taken care of if we go first. After we're gone. Most of us do. That's what I believe. Go ahead.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to address this issue right here because I don't back down from nobody. I don't chew my cabbage twice. He said, if you just say the majority of women are junk, I said what I said. And if you got a problem with it, take it up with God, because that's what he said. It's in the word. So it ain't me that's saying it. I just said it out loud. Okay. Because some people don't like to pick a Bible up. But we're going to continue.
Yeah. Furthermore, let's just take it this way. If you're walking down the beach and you find a precious stone, what makes that stone precious? The rest of the bullshit stones on the beach. Now, with regard to God damn it,
I think you were going to address something I said.
I told y'all, man, every time Jeff be winding up for the pick.
Did I freeze? Am I back yet? Yeah,
you're back, man.
Okay.
You back, Jeff.
I'm just gonna run like high hurdles. Like I'm gonna run, and then every time I freeze, it's like I hit the hurdle. Okay. Imagine us as wise men, married with women with capabilities, the ability to protect ourselves and provide for ourselves. Did I freeze again? I didn't freeze them.
No, you good.
Okay. Yeah, just hit the sound when I freeze. God damn it. We're on boats. We're on boats in the dangerous water of society right now. That water is piranha and python infested. And up on the shore, up on the boats, rather, is the people with us that think like us, and the women and children like us. Down in the water is these hyenas we talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking shit from the water, gentlemen. We decide who get on the boats. This conversation we are having, life has just turned the grease up. Y'all remember when I used to talk about the French fry grease?
Yeah. The French fry grease is hot now.
That grease is hot now.
It's at 350 right now, man.
Bruh, y'all know this trick? You sprinkle a little water in it while it's cold.
Hell yeah.
And then it start talking to you, and when it start talking to you, it's ready. It's talking to you now.
It is. You put a little bit of water, that shit pop.
Yeah, whack.
The water.
Oh, that's where they at now, JT. That's where they at. They thought that it was cool, that this grease was nice and smooth, but you ain't shit but water. Watch what happened when he turned up the heat on this grease. You niggas is popping now.
Yes, sir.
So you are in the catbird seat. Like I told you, you can be described with a simple explanation: plumber, carpenter, electrician. Bruh, you driving. With this shit that's coming now. Yeah, Uncle Jeff don't sound so doomsdayish now, does he? Now that the serpent is eating his tail right in front of him.
Right. Hold on a second. I'm going to address another issue right here.
Oh, shit.
Because I don't play that. Y'all don't understand. I've been gone for a minute, but I know what I'm doing. I'm going to address this issue right here. She said, you only find who are the women that attract, don't generalize categories are women. And nobody said all women. And I hate when y'all do that. But my thing is this: if you don't identify as the bad women, then you shouldn't have anything to say. So my thing is, stop giving cover to the ones who are bad and stop associating with the ones that are bad. That is your problem. You don't lift up the ones who do. You want to point to the ones that's bad and give them cover. I think that's the issue.
Bruh, if I may jump back in here, please. Dear sister who wrote that, And I don't care how many times I freeze, I'm going to get this shit out. The biggest problem that good black women have is good black women. Y'all are y'all biggest enemy because you will not separate from the scallywags and you circle the wagons around them whenever they're discussed. And they're doing your press.
Mm-hmm.
The good one's not doing your, Angela Bassett not doing your press. Felicia Rashad not doing your press. Lizzo is. If you don't separate yourself from them and stop coming to their defense, you're going to fill them body bags with them. Huddled up next to them niggas that they raised that can't fix a flat, can't write in cursive, can't ride a bike without a helmet. Them dudes. You're gonna die next to the same dudes you complain about with this shit. Stop. Just stop. We are talking about the women you don't like either. But somehow, because you both have ovaries, you feel that you need to come to their defense. Nobody said all women. But if you need to hear all women, then good. Because that puts you in one of three categories. There's only two. There's three groups of categories that defend these women. The sons of the women themselves, and the women who defend these women. And fuck all three of them groups.
Pain, it's time you put some juice on this one, man. What do you think?
Which one is
about these women defending the disrespectful of them all? You know what I'm saying? The useless of them all.
No, I'm with you. I just say, listen, I'm getting to the point where I just look at women on a face value. I mean, I'm out of the game. And I think men should start to look at women from a natural standpoint. And I think we'd have a lot of better, and just as themselves, we all have certain natures. And when people are acting outside of their nature, it reveals themselves in like warts. You know, so women are like acting outside of their nature, right? For example, in relationships, they actually want to be in control. They want to control the men in their orbit. If you listen to them speak, they still want the man to give them all the things that a man should give from a traditional standpoint, but they don't. But they want to be modern. Their translation of that is they want to be in control, and there's too many men who acquiesce to that. And then now that men are starting to say, you know what, I can't live under that because you're asking me to act outside of my nature in order to comply to what you want. And so when they meet a man who refuses to do that, they glitch. They actually glitch, you know. And if a man stands on the square, he'll actually ferret his way through the riffraff to a woman who understands, you know, if he's patient enough. That's why when I look at the covenant of marriage, is when a man asks a woman to marry him, I think we belittle that moment more than we should as men. Because women don't appreciate what's actually going on here. They could say no, but what I'm offering to you is something that very few women, especially in the Black community, actually ever get. You know, these days, you know, and I'm telling you, if you say yes, your life is going to be different, but you're going to have to give something up to get what I'm going to give. And they're not willing. A lot of women are not willing to do that.
Absolutely.
You know, so I try to ignore all the riffraff, and I'm on social media, and everybody said, well, the real world's not like social media. Well, the hell it ain't, because we have billions of people talking on social media. So it might not be everybody, but it's enough to make a difference. You know, so.
Absolutely. I think the problem.
So I'm out of the game. If I could tell people, I'm out of the game because I'm already married. But for the young guys, I think some of them are starting to see that if I'm going to be committed and intentional to a woman, it's got to be on my terms. It's got to be. Absolutely. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'm right or not. What you got to say for you know?
No, I agree. That's what I said. That's what men are doing. You've seen it in the shift. Men they're listening to brothers like Lost and yourself and Uncle Jeff, and they're starting to shift earlier than what I would say we did. They starting to see it now. They're valuing themselves in the playing field over the next 10 years. You will see brothers doing a whole lot better mentally, physically, financially, all of that, man. So I'm waiting for it, man. I'm excited about it. So salute to the young man.
You know, here's the thing, Coach Ferg. I think men need to realize one thing. They need to quit listening to other people who don't know what they're talking about. Men should be, as they say, like a lighthouse. You see what I'm saying? You turn the light on, and those who understand the signals will understand how to navigate to safety. You see what I'm saying? They pay attention, say the rocks are over here. You know, those who don't, let them run their ship ashore. You know, that's the consequences of not being able to navigate, not being able to look at life and say, hey, look, these are the clues that says I shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? And just let the ocean take care and do whatever it needs to do. But those who pay attention and those who learn how to navigate, those are the ones that will have safe passage. You know, lighthouses don't go out chasing ships. Ships pay attention to the lighthouse. And I tell young men, they should always stand firm. You know, they worrying about whether somebody going overseas to get a passport. To me, that sounds like that's a problem with your brand right here and right now. You know, if a guy has to get on a boat, that don't do no but stand firm with what I was saying. The majority, you ain't really think what you think you are.
How are you not embarrassed by the fact that there are so many men fleeing your continent that they have a demographic and a nickname? You don't see any shame in that.
There has to be some shame. That's a scar on your brand. You know, people should be to the point where they come to you instead of run from you. And for some reason, you have the audacity to project your failure as a woman and use that as your brand and shame men for wanting to do better for themselves. I find the irony in that, you know, rather telling upon the situation that you have at hand. You know, you rather shame the men for wanting better instead of telling the women here you need to be better, because it's easier for you to point the finger at the few of the men who have common sense than it is to look into the abyss and say you ought to be ashamed of yourself. It's too easy.
True enough.
Yes, failure. Look at the community that we have right now. It is a failure. I don't know why. Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all eyes work like my eyes work? Do you see what you want to see, or do you see reality? I think that's the issue, man. I think that's the issue. Everybody want to see what they want to see.
That's true.
And not only that, you identify what you want to identify with. Like I said earlier, if you want to stand up against with everybody else that's being a failure, be my guest. You know, count yourself amongst those who have failed, you know, and say it proud. Put the t-shirt on and say, I have failed, you know, because real women don't have this issue. You know, real women don't have this issue. They don't, they're like lighthouses. Real men know how to find them. That's not an issue.
Brother, I got to stop you right there. You got some water in your grease just now.
Come on.
And just a little bit, just a sprinkle. That's why I love it in here. Real talk, fellas. I don't give a shit if I freeze before I say this. It feels good to come in here with other liquid swords. Everything you said I was with until you got to real man and real woman. Here's the definition of a real man. Any man who cheats death to the age of 18, because at that point, you can be sent off to die in the name of the country you're in. The question becomes, what kind of man are you? Are you a responsible man, an accountable man, an honest man? Are you a capable man? You a man. You're in the race, nigga. You just last. Get your shit together. The same goes with women.
Mm-hmm.
You have ovaries. Whether or not they work is questionable because of what we have done to the air, food, and water outside of what you may have done. But you're a woman. This real shit. What is real right now is that the only way out of this is to love ourselves forward. And we have to abandon monogamy because the math isn't there. And nobody, black, male or female, wants to have that conversation. And I don't understand why. The math, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, before you go, it's you fixed the freeze problem, but now you're like a kung fu movie. Like you say like it's a lag. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
We can hear you, but we can hear you. So
yeah, we can hear you.
Don't praise Lord for that.
Don't touch no more buttons.
Right. Don't touch shit.
I was trying to be funny there,
Yeah.
Yeah. Now my shit is stopping and shit.
We heard it.
It's not chopping. It just right. It's like it has a delay to it. That's.
The sound is on point though, Jeff. You have to worry about the sound giving out on you.
No, it's definitely in there. But yeah, what you said, Jeff, absolutely. We've been struggling with this thing of real man, real woman thing, and I'm right there with you, where it's like, no, you are a man. Now, with it, however you see yourself when it comes down to the value of it, that's on you. You are a woman. Period. I don't care if you trying to be a stud or whatever. You going against the grain when you do it. So it does come down to the content that's behind it. And I had to get myself out of that that space. Or it's just when we say it, it's kind of like when we say real woman, real man. It's because we've had that type of speech for so long, where it gets to a point of it's like I guess we it's habit, right? It's a habitual type of, speaking. But yeah, I think we should explore that whole thing of like, you a man. I remember when we had almost 3 years ago, when we had the LGBT thing. And that was one of the things I said, no. That guy is a man. He just a dropout. That was when I actually came up and coined the term. No, you a dropout. That's all that is. You dropped out of manhood, my guy, but you still a man. You know what I'm saying? So it goes to the content of what type of man that or what value that you carry with being a man. Because I look at some men in my real life, and I'm like, he's not becoming of a man, right? I was looking at a shout out to Hemp and This Might Be Risky, and they were talking about this whole thing of masculinity, women masculinity, right? And so they started talking about this thing of they're not masculine, right? They explored it. Are they actually masculine? That ain't masculine. They got the uniform on. They're going through the whole, so basically I know what Hemp was saying was that, no, they have a flaw with being feminine. They're not within the contents of feminine. But as far as the masculinity, they can't do what masculine men do.
Oh, you mean lady dudes?
Yeah. Okay. If you put them in a group of men, right? You put 5 women, 5 men. The women are studs. Right? The men are men. They're going to conform into their femininity when they're around those men. It's just going to happen. And if they have to do everything the men have to do, and for instance, let's do it this. Prison. There's a reason why they won't put those women in there with men, because the men see them as women. They will still conform to being women. No matter all that, what up, dog? All that shit gonna be out the door when you put them in that space with men.
Like I like to say, I don't care how big your Bronco is or what color it is. I don't care what breed of big dog you have or how good you can roll some cigarettes into your sleeve. It still takes 4 of you to move a couch.
And it take your whole precinct of women to stop one man that's 150 pounds.
Bruh. Have you ever seen this question? how long, not if, how long would it take if it was all the men against all the women, and all the women had all the weapons and men were just barehanded? How long would it take?
A 3-minute commercial. A 3-minute commercial. That's
no. I'm talking around the entire earth. All the women had all the weapons. How long would it take for us to take them back?
Oh, it'd be almost instant.
Less than I would say less than a week.
It's over
less
with.
than a week, we would take it back.
Yeah.
And that's nukes and all. We would take it back in less than a week. It's just stop. You have a purpose, and it's not over here with us.
I think it's kind of like the same thing with men. If the men trying to be women, if they were around a bunch of damn women, the only thing they're gonna do is revert back to men because they're gonna start beating women up. That's these women got sharp tongues, boy. They got something that if you can't put your and those trying to be women, they will revert back to being men. That's just what it would be. They will push you into your element. That's just what it is. You can't do it. So they keep going around it. And so my thing is this, us being the ones that's observing this, how do we mine these things out actually and be at least correct in how we categorize them, right? Because that real man, real woman, we've been doing it. I've been guilty of it for years, bro, because I've heard everybody in my area operation, and I've heard it as a kid coming up. So my thing is that we have to be able to change. I guess we have to pinpoint some things, and we have to make at least that change when it comes down to how we categorize
it, right? I mean, it's a mistake. I mean,
yeah.
I hate when people say, when they're looking for a wife or a husband, I hate the word partner.
Yes.
And every time I might slip up and say it, I slap myself. And I don't say it that often. So you just got to train yourself with that real man, real woman thing. And if you take it into context, you'll usually catch yourself. You don't mean it the way the social media says it, for the most part, unless you're one of those kind of guys.
I think that
when women say real man, they're saying it to their own benefit, right? We know when women say partner, they're actually giving you a message that they want you under their own terms, and they're not going to really be that committed to you.
Yeah.
As long as the partnership is good, they're good.
Right. I think the issue with the real man, real thing is that people get online, they want to redefine things, and we let them slide. So when we mean real, what we mean by is accepting responsibility for your own being. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about I'm gonna shame you into being what I want you to be by saying you're real, like women have been using it. I think what we have done, we have gotten so used to the fact that we lean into the definition of what the internet says do instead of what the real definition of what it is says it is. So when I mean real, I mean by accepting responsibility for your own actions, not none of this foolishness that we hear on the internet. When people say, when you mean real woman and real that, it's to your benefit of somebody else. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, do you stand on what you believe in? You know what I mean? Are you a keeper of wisdom in your home? Do you say what you're going to say you do? When I say real, that's what I mean. Not none of this foolishness that you see on the internet. Just to clear this up.
Yeah. Hey, can I say this right quick? Let me say this also, because I never did mention this on the panel. Look, don't feel shy, folks. If y'all looking at the Black Man Unfiltered, What We Know podcast, and whoever else that's on here, if anybody else is sharing their channel, you guys, the ones that are that have the monetization, you can super chat. We also have for Black Man Unfiltered, shout out to my boy BMU. We also have at the bottom, if you look at it, he has a Cash App. You can also oblige my man by sending a little something to the Cash App. If you love this content, man, look, we gonna keep this going. So, and I also want to say this, and I'll let you guys go. This is the dopest thing that probably ever happened to the era that we're in right now, is that people can actually get on a platform and we can satellite this shit out, so we can actually mine out a lot of the things that we talk about. we can do things like agree and disagree and edify one another. I think this is the best thing that ever happened to our era, bro. And now I got to say this, there's some platforms where they just wasting fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
They doing the same shit that that they can do on Facebook. But as far as getting up here and us being able to talk, the platforms that's actually utilizing it the way that they supposed to utilize it, man, kudos. So it's been, and we know it's been tiring. And I can say this, a lot of us on these panels, man, we're say, man, fuck this. I don't feel like having this conversation no more, because the conversations was going circular. I don't think that is for these type of platforms. BMU, This Might Be Risky, my man Izzy Bands, and a lot more where they're actually utilizing it so we can edify one another. And that shit is painful sometimes, y'all. It's very painful. But kudos to everybody that's out here still doing the work, bro.
Yeah, it's a much needed pain, JT, and that's why I say, man, the message, we all in different states in real time. And I think that's a good thing because a lot of these things are recorded. So younger men are moving different. I ain't talking about the 40-year-olds who only thing they talk about is bad stuff. The women are bad, the men's is bad, your mama bad, your daddy bad. That's all they going with. But a lot of people who are younger, they're looking for a better way for themselves. I'm telling you, I'm seeing it. They taking a little bit more pride about who they are trying to be. Mm-hmm. And they sort of stepping away from the narratives that black man ain't ish. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of mom or dad have been there, they're starting to see the truth. And one thing about most black women, they loud. When they speak, they loud. Mm-hmm. They don't, and the loudest ones usually be the ones who's already been kicked down the road of life, then gave their best years to a dude who they know they shouldn't have gave it to, done went against every advice of a man to be with a man. We saw it in the video. You choose a dude who's been a consistent felon, then you coddling him in the incident. Well, and then you come back and say, man ain't ish, but look at what you live in your life with. And that's why I think men are stepping past that. They like the hell with it. You started out fighting 2026 again, ripped the Band-Aid off. Well, 2025 ripped the Band-Aid off. 2026, most men are starting to understand their truth. And we'll see it 5 or 10 years down the road because they're going to be a little bit more wiser, a little bit more diligent about where they're trying to go. And the women who are on the sideline, hyena type, they're going to get passed by. So,
and there's women that also, this is a crazy thing too. Because I was about to say, why don't we just do some things to give women the answer to the test? And the answer is we already did it. We've been doing it for years, right?
We ain't saying it no more.
We ain't saying it no more. So the thing is this.
Oh, yeah, but JT, I did write a song about it though.
Oh shit!
Wrote a song about it. Well, here you go.
Like here you go.
But what the thing is this. I'm seeing a lot of women getting caught up in the web, right? And I'm talking young women. I ain't talking about the older ones. I'm talking about the young ones that's getting caught up in this web because they don't know which way to go because they've been fed a lot of lies. So when they go out and apply the things that they learned, it end up being the same thing that happened with the older generation, right? So it's kind of like somebody lied. I wish I had that damn that damn video that be like, I don't know with Stephen A. Smith, but somebody lied.
Yeah. Somebody's lying.
Somebody's lying. And this is where you starting to see a lot of the younger women, they are not trusting any of them, right? When they seeing these titles that we have, or they get in these panels and they hear men say, women are keeping women single. Deep inside, a lot of these young women are like, they right. They right. And a lot of the older women are saying they right. The thing is that they're not being boisterous about it. Men are being boisterous when it comes down to us and our fucked up proclivities. We're being honest with it. Even when it comes down to the point of it's being used against us, because we don't give a damn anymore. Especially normally when men talking about the things that we did back in the day, that was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? The younger men, they're listening. They're coming a little bit closer, but you're starting to see the change, right? That's why I was saying, as far as like what we was talking about, the good guy finished last. I don't think that they are adopting that whole thing. The women are, but I don't think the men are. I think the men are like, I'm just going to get better. I don't even want, we've all witnessed young men. We've all witnessed young men say this. I don't really want to be in a relationship right now, man. What's going on? I don't like what I'm seeing in these women. And then they're saying, am I right or am I wrong? We looking at them like, no, you're definitely right. But we got to mine this out together now because y'all in a whole different, y'all workplace is a lot different when it comes down to relationship than what we experienced. We're looking at it actually, to be honest, vicariously through y'all because we like, man, I'm not dealing with that bullshit. My mouth will make women say, I can't deal with that man right there. They can see the smile. It seems like I'm a nice guy, but I stand on some shit. And those women that's on the bullshit, they be like, I gotta leave. I can't be with this man right here. That's why a lot of them be like, he a handsome dude, but fuck him. I talk reckless according to them. You know what I'm saying? So the young men, they're not having it, but then you still have a large amount of young men that are still lost. I'm talking about they lost, bro. I ain't talking about on these panels. I'm talking about when you out here in the world and you seeing it, they are lost. They don't know whether to get the money first. They don't know whether to, because these be young, handsome young men that actually have women that like them. They like them, but they don't even like the women because they don't like their attitude. And as soon as they say, the reason why I keep ghosting your ass is because how you talk to me, now the woman's heartbroken, right? Now she goes on the panel and be like, fuck this nigga. Men ain't shit. They still saying the same shit over and over and over and over again.
But they're not wrong. Here's why. Because they're not finishing the sentence.
Come on, Joe.
Men ain't shit in my experience.
Say it, Joe.
Men ain't shit that I pick. Men ain't shit in my orbit. All the men ain't shit. Guess what they all got in common? You.
Mm-hmm.
You, unless you are willing to say that there are absolutely no good men in the Alpha Centauri quadrant, then you got to ask you why it's always the horrible niggas that make it to you and how you can cut off that horrible nigga beacon in your soul. I don't see how you, because the reverse is true with me. I didn't get better till I didn't get a better woman until I understood why I was magnetizing what I was. And the fact is, you attract your lesson. No, you attract everybody. If you're good looking, you pick your lesson.
Absolutely. You know what we talked about earlier? I'm going to steal a line from what Jeff said. JC, it's like these young men now are starting to become the lighthouse. They're grounding themselves. They say, you know what? I don't need to chase these ships and these shipwrecks with broken compasses. I'm going to stand firm in what I believe in right now. And I think that's the issue. Nobody's listening to these ships that's running ashore anymore. Why would you worry about that? And you got people in the chat telling us those men ain't ready to be husbands. No, they know exactly what they're doing. They know their worth. They're not out here, chasing ships. They're standing firm and say, hey, look, if you want to be safe, I'm gonna be right here. Here's the light on. Do what needs to be done. Guys are no longer chasing behind women with broken compasses. You see what I'm saying? The women with good compasses will find their way to the lighthouse. And I think that's the real conversation that we really need to start having these days. Instead of worrying about people with broken compasses. It's like Jeff said, Isaiah 4, it says it all. Those who find themselves ashore will find that light. And I think that's a conversation we really need to start having.
You're right, Lit. If I could piggyback off of that, I've been on some panels and and I know people look at me like I'm crazy. I tell guys that if you're looking for a wife, you got to be reasonably sure that she views you as her number one choice, and she's got to be coming towards you. If you got to pull a woman kicking and screaming, to accept your proposals and all of that kind of stuff, you're making a big mistake. You are. I mean, she's got to, and they had this question of should a man and a woman who loves who more? I mean, I don't want to put it on that level, but if you're the guy who's going to be dedicated, you want to know the woman is stepping towards you of her own free will because she wants to, she likes and loves and wants what you have to offer and needs it, right? And not just I want it, but I also need the completion that this guy and the way his aura is going to give to me. And it takes some time to feel that way, but a lot of guys drag women into marriage, because after they hit a certain age, they might get a little desperate and say, he'll do. And that woman's always looking. You'll marry her, but she's still looking. She still has, that monkey branch or that, level up. And just when you say, just when you're married, a week, month, a year later, the guy she really wants appears.
And that right? The teacher will appear when the student is ready. Ain't that right, RP?
Yeah. and then you're shit out of luck because you've given everything to this woman and she don't appreciate it.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. These only like a little piece I push back on is when you find out the dude that your woman cheating with.
Oh, before the cheating, but go ahead.
It's gonna be the captains of industry. Okay,
we already established that.
Okay, this there's no how can I put this? Ain't no I don't know if you can gauge a woman that way.
Well,
by
go ahead, finish. I get a little pushback for you.
Let them barbecue now. Let them barbecue.
I don't know. To say that this dude, Mr. Wonderful, is gonna pop up right after you jump the broom. No, usually Mr. Wonderful is in the rearview mirror. Now, if he want to come back around on the other side of the moon and hit them draws, that might happen.
Okay.
But just to say that Captain Amazing is going to show up, no. What really is in the back of her head is the bag she fumbled. That's the dude.
I'm not going to argue with that. I mean, I agree with that. I think both things could be true. I mean, let's just assume that she blew that guy that was her alpha before she met you. So I'm not going to argue your point because you're correct. But I'm just saying that if that's not the point, but if she's still looking one way or the other, it could be the guy in the rearview mirror, or it could be someone down the line who actually punches the ticket that she settled with you for. You know what I'm saying? She settled for you, and this guy has it. So both of those things could be true. And nothing's 100%. So your vetting process is really just risk reduction, correct?
Absolutely. Risk management.
One, risk management, and two, understanding that if some woman throws away your pure, unconditional love, who the fool? You know how hard that is to find?
Absolutely.
Somebody that's really going to put up with, take your shit, sign up to wipe your ass if you get sick. Really? You going to throw that out for what exactly? Okay. I'm not in a dating crisis. I'm 60. I'm damn near my pot gut almost gone, y'all. I've been in the gym. But I still got bad knees. I'm not at a woman deficit if me and my wife break up tomorrow. I'm not. The deficit is theirs. It is them that have to meet a mark. I keep saying, what do What do good black men have to do different? Not a goddamn thing. It's what good black women have to do different. Good black men been being good black men. There is no America without good black men. Period. So this isn't about what they're doing wrong. This is about what you good black women are doing wrong. We already know who the hyenas are. We trying to pick you. We trying to find you. You ain't doing enough to be found.
True.
Did I get through all of that without freezing? Oh,
Yeah, you've been good, man.
That's beautiful.
Really good. Whatever you did, it worked. It's working.
Yeah, we're gonna clip that.
Hey man, I got another clip that I'm gonna show. Compliments of BMU, and then we can go from there. Keep the conversation going. Guys are doing a really good job, man. Hey, look, Barbershop be popping every time. Man, listen, you guys be cooking, bro. I ain't gonna even lie. You guys be over here. I had to sit back, and we all do it. We sit back and watch other podcasts and things like that, and we can tell the ones that are moving, the pendulum, the way it's supposed to be moved, and the ones that's just gonna stay where they at. Bro, this shit is working. We've been doing it for a while. Oh, shout out to you, Uncle Freeze Jeff, for sticking it out, brother. Still been over here, and I know we all got busy schedules, man. But I get a chance sometimes to see you guys on other panels, man, and I just be in the clouds, like, yup, driving or wherever I'm at. Sometimes, man, I be on the plane just listening to y'all, man, and you still on it. So, hey, man, kudos to all of you guys, man. Every one of you guys on this panel, man. Most definitely. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and do this, man.
Right.
See what we got going on.
When should I give up on somebody?
When they're not interested in you.
What if they say they're interested in me? They tell me they love me, but they don't show it?
Then they don't love you and they're not interested in you.
You think so?
Yeah, because it doesn't matter what people say. What matters is what they do. People can say anything, but what are your choices of behaviors over time?
What about like the showing nothing until it's about to end, and then they come in with the doing?
That means it was always nothing, and the doing is a manipulation. Their patterns are important. If their pattern is initially doing lots and then doing nothing, that's the reality of the pattern, is that was a facade and this is the realities.
Damn. What the hell black man be finding this shit at, man? Go ahead, man. Let's start with Arpain. Go ahead, brother.
Well, I agree with her. I think it's a lesson that men need to learn. I mean, both people in relationships need to learn. You can get strung along easily. His questions were kind of naive and stuff like that, and she was answering them. So I don't have any problem with what she said. Now, if I was looking at a man or a woman, I think women are strung along a lot more like that than men are. I think women, can latch onto a dude who don't really care about them, and he could waste all her good years. And because the time is different for us, right? So we spent 5 years being stupid for a woman, and we're still in our 20s or early 30s. We could recover. But those prime years are burnt for the chick, and hopefully she didn't have a baby by that guy. Because if she has a baby or two on top of that, she's really in deep kimchi, especially if she crossed that 30, 32 zone. Not that you can't find somebody, but now you're carrying baggage and trauma, right? Because women carry trauma different, right? So yeah, you gotta be careful. Is the affection real? That's where love bombing comes from, right? Manipulation, all that kind of shit. So I like that was a good clip.
Yeah. Go ahead, Uncle Jeff. Go ahead, man.
I wasn't mad at the clip. I just gotta ask, did it strike anybody else as perhaps being AI?
It could have been.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. It could have been, perhaps it was, because I was thinking the same thing. We can kind of, it's like our eyes are starting to be to the point where we like, yeah, we see they ain't blinking and shit. They looking somewhere
Right.
else.
I don't. Well, no. I'm gonna push back just a little bit. That's what makes us wise. I don't think everybody's eye can see it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Talk to him.
Yeah.
I think the Most High has given us this at this time. And I'm not going to derail this conversation, but yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm just going to jump into what she was saying about love bombing. Most men, most women who love bomb men are clear. We can see them as dick teasers. We can see them as hoes. We can see them as at the very least not serious. It's the women who can't see the men. Usually men can see it. Usually they either learn their lesson or they get burnt out the game and say, I'm not even trying to learn no lesson. I'm done with this shit. It's usually one of those. It's the women who cannot see it and only take advice from niggas that's trying to fuck. They don't take advice from niggas that ain't trying to get in their pants. Therefore, the advice is always biased. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that.
Coach, what you got, man?
I mean, even with the video, man, again, it goes back. Men are starting to say these things. Man, I've heard it a few times, over the last year and a half or so. Men are starting to really understand who they are and what their worth is. And yes, it's all in a woman's actions. It's all in every woman I dated. If they didn't show me that they didn't like me, I didn't spend too much time trying to figure it out. I would just move on. I wouldn't waste that time. And when I started doing groups with young men, that was the one thing I honed in on all the time. You like a woman, yes, but she's not so. And then I'm not saying you don't want a woman all over you, but if she's not calling you back within 24 hours, if she's not, you play ball, you do something, and she don't want to come by and see you, taking your shirt off, outside doing something that you like to do, that she's not really into you. And I'll say this and I shut up. I always looked at it, if I meet a woman, I just use my own wife. I think we first had a conversation on a Tuesday. It was 4 or 5 hours. If they're not trying to see you by the weekend, they ain't really into you. Ain't nobody working. It's sunny, it's outside, time to go outside. And she ain't trying to see me, fit me in a day where we can just hang out and be together. You got to be strong enough to say that box ain't worth it. I wouldn't even take her to eat if she ain't trying to see you. Now, she trying to see you, we can go get some wings. You like wings, you like, you going to eat the regular shit. All of a sudden, you want all this fan. No, I got to see you make a steak before I buy you a steak. That's just me. I'll buy you some wings. I'll buy you, I'll get you some chicken fingers, but I was big on that,
Yeah. I got to see you make a steak.
Yeah, I got to see you make it.
Bruh, I love that.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Go ahead, RP.
I went, I think lit.
Oh, lit.
Yeah. Here's my thing, man. Everybody starts out green. You know what I mean? Everybody's a sapling at one point in time. But after a certain level, if you don't have any knowledge or whatever, that's really on you. You know what I mean? Even trees got common sense enough to reach for the sun. You know what I mean? And to get the light that they need. But as far as taking wisdom from other people, you kind of got to be careful with that. Whenever we read books, I think we read it at face value. But at the same time, we have to look at it, like Jeff say, from Tesseract thinkers. What was the intent of what the author was actually trying to tell us. You know, what is the actual lesson being taught? You know, that type of thing. And in this particular video, she was saying, hey, if she don't do this, she don't do that. Well, my thing is why haven't you learned your value yet? Why are you chasing ships? Why aren't you the lighthouse? And I think that is the real question we need to start asking ourselves. What is it in you that makes you want that is not going to be good for you? That's the real question. Why aren't you looking at yourself and finding out who you really are? So that way you can determine whether or not is this person actually good for you? And that's a different conversation that one needs to have with themselves instead of talking to somebody in the library, you know what I mean? And telling them, hey, you're doing it all wrong. You need to figure out exactly what you are and why you are. So that way you can attract the thing that you need. So you are able to be fruitful and multiply based upon your purpose.
All right. Man, listen, I got this last video here before we get up out of here. What we looking at? All right, man, we doing real good timing, man. Most definitely. This is the last video, man. I'm going to go ahead and just throw this out here right quick, and then we can talk. Then we'll be able to chop it all the way up.
What nice guys do is what they suffer with is not that they're too nice or anything. It's just that they have incredibly weak boundaries when it comes to women. They simply are not just women. It could be anybody. What they do is they lack a lot of masculinity. And what they do is they blame the fact that they're so nice as to why they can't get women. But it's not about being nice. It's about a lack of masculinity. And one of the best ways to establish masculinity is placing boundaries, particularly with women. When you don't like a behavior, you don't roll over and allow it to continue and then give her more in order for you to get her. You set a boundary and you have a willingness to walk away.
Yeah. Let me start with this one first, JT. When they, put on the soft piano music and they get all philosophical with these clips or whatever, they're like, well, a guy needs to set boundaries. A greater question should be why. It's easier to set a boundary when you know why your wall is there. They just tell guys you just need to set a boundary, and then they wait for somebody to to do what they want them to do or whatever. But you got to know why your wall is built, And I think they simplify this stuff when they put the soft piano music on. But you got to understand what the intent in this particular situation is get people to watch the clip all the way through, make it seem like they said something profound. But the real question is, why is your wall there? You might as well not even have a wall there if you don't know why it's there. And I think that's the real issue when we ask stuff like this. But y'all go ahead and continue, man. I just
Fences.
Hey. I've been standing here my whole life, And she's like, I've been standing with you, all that other foolishness. Y'all know the line, man. Y'all know the line. Snot bubbles in the nose. Go ahead.
Go ahead, man. Anybody. That's right. The next person, it don't matter. Anybody can jump in.
One of the things, I'll be real quick too, on that, where she says, if we're talking about good guy, you can have all the boundaries and know why you have the boundaries and still be a good guy. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's not one or the other. It's not like a mutually exclusive thing. The guy she's talking about who lacks masculinity, he doesn't necessarily have to be a good guy either. Right? That doesn't make you a good guy because you're weak. You know what I'm saying? Or don't have any boundaries. So I know what she tried. I know what she's saying, right? She's saying the guy who so-called finished last, maybe he doesn't have any boundaries. Maybe he lets a woman get away with too much. And men actually do that. But they don't necessarily have to be good guys for that. They just may be looking for some bonds, But the truth of the matter is, you could be a good guy and have all those safeguards in place. And sometimes you might still, and you just need to be intentional about the woman you're looking for. If you just if your intentions are just to be out in the field trying to get some ass, it might be difficult if you're not a swashbuckler that these women are looking for. If you're a guy looking for a relationship, and you have boundaries in place, I think you could find a woman if you could recognize her when you see it. She's got to be coming towards you.
Absolutely.
So I don't disagree with what she's saying, but she's talking about a particular guy in a particular niche who's nice, but he's like wishy-washy.
Right. Fergus, on you, brother.
And when I listen to these clips, man, and I always look at the age. I always consider the age where it's coming from, and it's amazing, right? Because women equate a man's masculinity to his money for the most part. I know some guys that are masculine and they barely talk. The dudes who, to me, and again, my brain sometimes I think on the left, I'm left-handed, so I'm looking at things sometimes on the other side, right? A lot of the dudes that they would claim to be masculine, a lot of those dudes are actually, they ain't so masculine because they overreact to everything. They always have to have a confrontation about the simple stuff. You know, they're not looking at things logically. They leading with their emotion because they want to be right. Some of the best people I knew, you know, especially I had a lot of uncles, even my father. My father barely spoke in the house, but the house was always calm when he was home. And, you know, my father, he would just give his money to my mother and say, here, take care of the house. The only time my father yelled was probably when it was coming at me. Because I look like him. I have his name. I'm his surname. You know what I'm saying? So, and for me, you know, I don't know, man. It's just, you know, narratives on YouTube. It comes from people who ain't really experienced it. They're going by someone else's experience, or they've made bad choices over and over and over and won't take accountability because I don't know. I don't run into a lot of toxic dudes. And if I do, they pretty much just got the tight jeans on, sagging, you know, and walking around in their slides, you know, just not going to work. You know, that ain't masculine to me. That ain't, you know, that to me, that's feminine energy. Because a man, I don't give a damn if you live with your grandmama. Your grandmama shouldn't want without. Her grass should always be cut. Snow always shoveled. Your ass should be paying at least half her bills because she's on a fixed income. But they like those type of dudes for some reason. But I don't know.
They're easy to manipulate. Jeff, it's on you, brother.
There you go.
Y'all, I'm gonna stop waiting till last and because I'm in a room where niggas will eat all the damn meat off the bone. This ain't no.
You always got some gristle there, man. So
you
know what I'm saying?
This ain't no regular niggas in here. These is not the average.
Use your canines.
Right. Well, you can't. There is no measuring why. Again, back to the title of the show. There is no measuring why nice guys finish last. Okay, there's this sense of danger that I guess women look for, need, crave. That the safe guy is quote unquote boring. Well, guess what? Thanks to your president, you about to live a lifetime of some goddamn excitement now. Oh, it's about to get real exciting. Especially if this nigga don't know how to navigate without a GPS. Oh, it's about to get really, really thrilling when you look up and both of y'all scared. Because don't neither one of y'all know what to do. These is the dudes you picking. These are you can't. You can no longer say, where are all the good men? They were good women. They're no longer falling for the stuff that they saw your mamas and your aunties do. They're not. And who I feel the worst for, again, is the good sisters. Y'all got to get away from these sisters that are on this nonsense, because if you don't, it's you that's going to miss out on us, not the other way around. The numbers just don't dictate it. And it's not a conversation anyone really wants to have. Is that it ain't enough of us to go around. It just isn't. You're going to have to do what you're going to have to do if you want one of us. It's just that I need this addressed by anybody. Nobody ever wants to look this conversation in the face about what it is we're going to have to do as a people to move forward. And it's so clear to me. It's like looking outside.
Let those who have eyes see, and let those who
Come
have
on,
ears hear. Come on. Our pain. We're gonna wrap this thing up, man. We're gonna stay long.
All right, man. I'm good. I think I hit this one already as well. So
yeah. Did you want to say any last words, gentlemen, before we get up out of here?
Yeah, this is a good show. Like I said, the question really on the floor is, do good guys really finish last? I think what Jeff said it, where they finish where they want to be or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, regardless if you finish last or not, it's always better to be a good guy.
How about that, man? How about that?
Always better to be a good guy. So I'll just land it on that.
Right. Coach Ferg.
Hey, man, I just say, man, listen, guys, man, y'all out there, man. Don't let nobody dictate to you what your goodness is, man. Just be your natural self. Always be willing to learn. You know what I'm saying? Identify your mistakes, man, and move accordingly, man. I'll say this and I'll shut up. Because I think about this all the time. If it really got to that point, right, and we all had to tribal up, listen, I'm only going with the dudes that know how to dig a foxhole. And I'll shut up.
That's what's up.
You can't dig a foxhole, it's going to be tough because I need foxhole diggers.
That's what's up. Jeff,
the ones that know.
Appreciate it, Coach Ferg. Jeff, it's on you, brother.
Hey, man.
You let JT have the last word.
I think what we need to impress upon our youth and something we touched on earlier is we are the last bastion of the wisdom. This is it. Everything that come after us is suspect and built on the suspect rock that the 20th century Black people created. This thing we doing, fellas, is not for us. This is for the young men that you're discussing that see the shift. This is for the young men who are going to find themselves in the middle of a wisdom void because the cats that come right after us are hell-bent on disavowing everything that came before them. And that's a mistake. And when this shit folds, you're going to see. If there's going to be a holy publication written 100 years from now, brothers, our names will be in it for these things we're saying. Not because we perfect. Not because we super righteous. But purely because we are seeking the ways that are right. I'll leave it there.
Man. Jeff, you be cooking, boy. For sure.
Thank you, brother.
So listen, one of the things that I can say is that with us, the reason why you won't see us getting on panels and going back and forth and cutting people off and, we have some long ass soliloquies, but we're not the ones that go back and forth with a lot of people anymore because we've already done did the things that they're trying to do right now. And one of the things I had to learn by mixing up, I had to find out what, the people that I'm talking to, I need to find out what era they're in, right? Because it sounds crazy to me when I talk to them, but I've talked to them so long where I'm like, yeah, that's not, it's not my fight. My fight is basically when I talk to the ones that's up under me, that's super close to me, my daughters, nephews and nieces, and those are the people that I actually would like to have these type of conversations with. Random young folks, I got the message. If you don't want to grab the message, it don't matter to me. I guarantee I would not lose any sleep. When you talk about the council, this is what it looks like, right? This is what it looks like. We are not these guys that can sit back and talk about the things we do going through in dating anymore. You ain't gonna get us talking about that. It was crazy that somebody put that jacket on us tonight. Ain't that funny? I'm like, wait, hold on.
Yeah,
this ain't that. You're talking to the wrong, set of guys right here. And we've been knowing each other long enough in these conversations that we know pretty much where we all stand when it comes down to these type of conversations. And we still manage to push the conversation so it doesn't become circular. The clips that we showed tonight and all these different things, that shit, put it on another panel of young folks. They'll be still talking about the first video. They're still trying to make their own points. They would still be, you know what I'm saying? We are not that. We come out there, when we get on these panels, we say what we need to say, and then we fall back. Because my thing is, I observe now. The shit that I'm hearing that's going on right now, I count my blessings, bro. I got some, the issues I have, they can't deal with those issues. They ain't there yet. They're not there yet. So, basically what I want to say, and I'm just going to speak to this point so we can close this out. The title, Good Guys Finish Last. Perhaps probably need to get some younger folks to let us know what it is that they're experiencing, right? We already understood that. Back in the day, in our days, you heard people saying it, but, it is what it is. Being men, we was like, well, shit, I just got to make myself better. I think, and just in my observation, that a lot of young folks are doing it. I said it before, but I think a lot of young folks, not a lot, I just lied. There's a select few that are doing it. The rest of them is doing the hustle with everybody else. They doing the hustle with everybody else. The rest of these young folks is actually taking their cues from the women. And the women are taking their cues from the trying to be women. That's what they got. That's the problems that they got. I had another word for it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm past that part right there, right now. This ain't this is just not that Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But just to close this out, man, I appreciate everyone that came in, fell into the conversation with us, all the comments and everything. Even if you didn't contribute right now, there's going to be a video. This is going to be a video, so you guys can also do thank you. You can pay homage by the thank yous. And you also can still go to Black Man Unfiltered. It's right at the bottom, right there. You can cash out my man, Black Man Unfiltered. $ Black Man Unfiltered. Other than that, man, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shut my damn mouth. Let you guys go ahead.
Right. As always, man, JT, it's a pleasure, man, hosting the show.
Good night, fellas. Good night.
Jeff.
Yes,
always
sir.
A pleasure, brother, man.
Always, man. Always.
Coach Ferg, thank you for coming out. And Arpain, thank you for grounding us, man. We want to pay homage to the wisdom of the group. You know what I'm saying? The elder of us. You know what I mean? We appreciate you. And always, Jeff.
Sensei.
You make time for us, man. We appreciate you, man.
I don't know about that. He might be the sleepiest among us.
That too, man. White's right in there, inviting me in there, right there, man. Right through those double doors, right to my left.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We can't trump that. We can't beat that
at all. Hey,
at all. Ain't trying.
Hey, that's a rich man.
Right.
I'll see you guys later, man.
All right,
Good
now.
night, everybody. Happy New Year's.
What a New Year, man. What a show music is, so we can get up out of here, man.
All right.
They didn't change the carpet around here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. BMU came in here and changed all the furniture around. That's
it's good though, man. Look,
we about to say bye then.
right. I'm looking for it. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, we got new furniture around here now, man. Everything new. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and play the barbershop shit again.
There you go.
And then we be good, man. Everybody throw the peace sign up. We out of here, y'all.
Peace.
Right.
Peace.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose that fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody